Kennedy Tower 665 with the inbound from runway 31 left.
You good, Tom?
Yep, I'm fine.
Kennedy
Now.
Tower, will be you.
Thank you.
2 departures prior to arrival. Wind 300 at 31, gust 39er, runway 31 left, clear to land.
665, 31 left, clear to land. They got plenty of time.
We got 6 minutes yet to the runway.
Yeah.
Yep, that's me, Bob Reed. 20 years ago, thin and still having some hair. Reveling in the newly formed York Travelers Flying Club. Just like Back to the Future, our pivotal date was April 15th, 1996. That's when 4 other pilots and I each invested $5,000 to buy a used 1972 Grumman Traveler. Decades of memories have followed that decision. I can't imagine how different my life would be today were it not for the Flying Club. 2 decades of ownership is something I simply could not have done on my own.
I had initially flown and rented airplanes. That's how I got my initial training. And I found that it was pretty expensive and it was hard to get away to take the plane somewhere for a weekend or take the plane for even a day without booking multiple weeks in advance. I found the accessibility of the aircraft to be of supreme value to me. I could book the plane that night and fly that night, or I could book it for next weekend, and 95% of the time I could have the plane for the whole weekend. I wasn't always having conflict issues. And I also find the club camaraderie to be of value to me as well. Just last evening I went up flying with one of the other club members, and it was to do instrument practice, and it was valuable for both of us just to be able to do that versus trying to do it with a rental airplane and book the plane last minute. Somebody might have it, or having other people around to be a safety pilot.
Yeah, okay. Hi, my name is Rob Cawthorn. I started flying lessons as a younger man in my teens, and could not continue due to family obligations, and things happened in my life. But later on, I managed to meet up with a good friend, Bob Reed, and he got interested in flying, became an instructor, and formed a club, and I became a member of that club. I was an active pilot from 1999 to 2010, and the flying club has definitely helped me achieve my goals as a pilot. I was able to save a lot of money with the multiple people that are involved. Of course, obviously the costs are down because everyone shares the cost. The camaraderie is great. The knowledge that you gain from the extra pilots that are in the club, and the chance to fly with other people and see how they do things, the knowledge gained is immeasurable to flight safety. We had some good times during my student career. We piled students in the airplane and flew down to Kitty Hawk. Each of us took a leg of the flight. That was great. We all got to save some money and have a real trip instead of just flying locally. All in all, the advantages of a flying club are a multitude.
Rob and Jeremy have become great friends and are good pilots. For me, though, it's having a great flying, well-equipped, well-maintained airplane, and our Grumman Traveler certainly fits that bill. Over the years, I've participated in 19 owner-assisted annual inspections. We've added an IFR color moving map GPS, an autopilot, a JPI engine monitor, and a new leather interior. When I get in the plane with my family, there's a level of comfort that I just don't get with a rental airplane. Best of all, YTFC has been my window to the world. I've had the pleasure to make hundreds of memorable trips from our home in central Pennsylvania, and my favorite destination of all time will always be New York City. But along the way, I've made stops in the Bahamas, Key West, Orlando, New Orleans, Atlanta, the air shows at Oshkosh and Sun and Fun, and even Toronto, Canada. My wife's personal favorite is Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Few of those trips would have been possible but for York Travelers Flying Club. AOPA has devoted significant resources to grow and support the Flying Club network. They have a Flying Club Finder, an online scheduler, and even the necessary resources to start a brand new club if you can't find one locally or one that meets your needs.
Stop dreaming, start flying.